You like Twitch emotes? Want to know which funny frog to type at the right moment? Or even check out some of the new emotes on the rise? Well, good thing you're here, because this is how to Twitch chat. Kreygasm, the emote that unites all Coomers, added almost 10 years ago in 2011, originating from streamer Creygasm, when Twitch staff asked him if he wanted a global emote on their website, and our man snapped a pic of him losing, setting in stone one of the only global emotes that has seen continuous use ever since its addition. I'm sure the grand majority of you already know what and how Kreygasm is used for in the chat room, but if you don't, here's a quick rundown. You see something satisfying? Kreygasm. See some really good food? You can Kreygasm that. And, of course, as an expression of how attracted you are to a girl, and a girl specifically, men have their own gachi emote, and that is one of the biggest rules of Twitch chat, is that you do not gachi women. For the most part on Twitch, emotes don't necessarily have any competition from challenging emotes, although the past few years have proven that claim very wrong. Whether you're talking about LolW vs KekW, or Try Dance and Nodders.
Put up on your bitch, she suck my dick and then you kiss the twat.
There have been many emotes popping up and exploding, leaving the other emotes a shell of what they used to be, bringing us to the emote in question, the Kreygasm killer, Booba. Booba, as you can most likely guess, means the exact same thing as Kreygasm, but what I can hand to Booba is the ironic humor it carries, poking fun at those cartoons where the character would see a pretty lady and his eyes would shoot out of his head, steam through his ears. There are currently two main variants of Booba. One by Verbal Silence, which was added in October 31st of 2020, depicting our lad's eyes going in and out extremely fast. And then we have the variant by Eduardo Gato, which was added on November 9th, 2020, having our gentleman sort of bounce in and out of his Booba mood. I personally prefer Eduardo's variant solely for the reason that it has this bounce effect, and it sells the corniness a lot better in my opinion. There are many different variants of Booba, and just from scrolling through the list, I can definitely tell there are some emote yoinkers among us, so I'm not too sure who the original creator of Booba is, but you can just go to BTTV and pick the one you think fits best for you. Some pioneer channels that already have Booba enabled are Nim, Masayoshi, Poke Lols, Miss Kiff, Ludwig, and our King Coomer streamer that gets banned for a lap dance in VR chat, the man himself, Soda Poppin'.
We entered this crazy world called the Golden Corral. Sex dungeon.
From the top 3 variants, Booba is collectively used in 1,257 channels, which is quite impressive, but I believe this is just the beginning for our suited Coomer. The Booba rocket is just about fueled and ready to go, and I believe it's going to the moon.
You know the moon landing was fake though?
On Twitch, like everywhere else, we love our cats with countless cat-related emotes. Of course, we will be receiving a new one. Uploaded by Ethan with a Y on November 9th, 2020, let's take a look at Popcat. From what I've gathered, this emote was grabbed directly from this video. On top of that, this video has been edited, and multiple different kinds of this video have been circulating throughout the past few weeks. The use for Popcat is quite interesting, as it's usually spammed when the video pops up on stream, but some of the other uses are as follows. Is a streamer talking absolute nonsense? You can use Popcat as a somewhat Pega alternative to poke fun at how ridiculous they look when they are saying all that. Or the more popular use I've noticed is that it's used as a combo emote with Nim Corn, somewhat similar to the Pepe Laugh Nim Corn combo. Although I am a fan of this emote, it somewhat carries the same energy as an emote such as Ricardo Flick or Coffin Please, with both of them being a trendy meme emote that slowly disappeared out of existence after a few months. I fear the same fate might be bestowed upon our friend Popcat, but there's not all bad news, as with this new addition of themed Twitch emotes like Halloween and holiday custom emotes, we do see Popcat getting his own Santa hat. If the themed emote trend continues, I definitely can see some emotes receiving a longer lifespan than what was originally intended. With already being enabled in 3,380 channels at the time of recording, I can see Popcat hanging around with us for quite some time, given that he is fitted out with fun thematic costumes for the holidays following Christmas. Ever since Poggers was tainted back in 2017, that was the community's go-to emote to use for anything that was deemed kid-friendly or too mainstream. But we never had a Pog emote to really passively aggressively relate how uninterested we are in the game the streamer's playing or what they're talking about. Introducing VeryPog, uploaded by the Minecraft speedrun extraordinaire. Oh, no, not that one. I'm talking about Vaticus, on November 22nd, 2020, featuring a segment from the video ASMR Eating Ruffles Potato Chips by Ryback TV. The emote that I can compare this the most to would most definitely be Cool Story Bob, with both of them conveying the same passive-aggressive emotion of we don't care, just move on. This emote will most definitely pick up traction in the coming months because unfortunately I don't see Cool Story Bob being used as much as it used to be. Instead, chatters will resort to an unfortunate Pog O spam, and to be honest, anything is better than that. Being enabled in 337 channels at the time of recording, let's hope but nothing for the best for VeryPog on its journey on BTTV and Twitch. Do you want more ways to call things cringe? Are Pogo, Pepe Pains, and Weird Champ not cutting it for you? Introducing PepeAgony, uploaded by Stefano Ramos on November 8th, 2020. Not only is this emote pretty disgusting to look at, it carries the weight of all those previous emotes times 1,000. Just the thought of something being so painful to watch that you pull your eyelids down just makes me sick to my stomach a bit. Other than being an alternative to Pepe Pains and Pogo, I've seen some other uses for the emote. For example, if the streamer's gameplay is so horrendously bad, chat will use PepeAgony to express their frustration with that streamer. Seeing heavy use in reaction streamer XQC's chat room, but being only enabled in 210 channels at the time of recording, the fact that it is enabled in XQC's channel already sets this emote up for success. If you have 50,000 odd people browsing his emote list, someone is bound to share it with their other streamers they watch, and I definitely believe this isn't the last we will see of PepeAgony. The only thing that I can think of that would hold this emote back from gaining popularity would be that it's kinda graphic, and I understand why some streamers would abstain from enabling it in their channel. But I can't just leave you all with 4 emotes, so here's a speed round of a few more that aren't nearly as popular, but will for sure be making moves in the emote world in the future. You all know this video, I'm sure you do. Well, yeah, she has her own emote, Elise Please. I'm predicting more and more of these scuffed emojis to slowly creep their way into many Twitch chats like No and Aga... Mother...
Agakakskajesh.
With the beautiful company Twitch removing the word simp, there seems to be a workaround by calling chatters shrimps. And there are already emotes being spawned because of that. This reminds me a lot of when the F word was replaced with frog some time back, except only the F word was actually bad. And well, you know, Twitch seems to be on their own timeline, taking them 10 whole years to make it so you can't rip the hard R in a chat room, but that's besides the fact. The final emote isn't really that well known, and I really only see it in my buddy Rhett Rora's chat room.
Wide hardo.
Bruh. Featuring Robert Downey Jr. in a very professional and almost high and mighty pose. This emote's use is so odd as you're supposed to type like you're an idiot and also misspell words while asking stupid questions. It's only enabled in 11 channels, being extremely niche, but I do believe this emote has potential as it adds random chat spam, and well, Twitch chatters love that, believe me. Which new arising emotes should I cover next? Are you gonna enable or tell your streamer to enable any of these in their chat room? I'll be back soon with a bunch of new Twitch emotes to share with you all. Have a good one.